Die young, push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone.
What is up, guys? Random footage from on here, and today we have a pretty exciting video, at least the most exciting to me. We're gonna start cleaning my garage, and by that I mean reassembling the Skyline. So I do not know how much I'm actually going to be able to film today due to how much work we have to do, but I'll probably at the very least have a time lapse going in the corner. So let me go ahead and turn the camera around and show you guys what we're going to be trying to do today. So as you can see, you zoom over here on my messy area, everything's a mess. I have all the rods and pistons and some other parts. We have the block here bare, it's all clean though. We have the oil pan, which still needs to be cleaned. And we pretty much just have every piece of the puzzle other than the exhaust manifolds. That means unless I make this a multi-day video, the car will not run in this video. But everything is just laid out nicely. The engine bay is pretty much back together. I know there's cat litter on the ground. Figured oil spilled there, it's probably gonna spill there again, so I haven't cleaned it up yet. But yeah, everything is put back pretty much to where it belongs. That way, when we do put the engine back in, hopefully today, everything will line back up. I can plug most of the stuff in. I will get the intake side plumbed. And, you know, again, that's big dreams for one video. We will see. Engine reassembly might take longer than that. So I'm going ahead and going to start getting prepped. Jacob should be here any minute. And once he gets here, we will get busy. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Well, guys, the master is here, Mr. Jacob. He's already got a couple of the rods where they need to be rodding. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw the camera on a time lapse and just film us slowly. Well, film Jacob slowly putting this thing back together, and Ron watching and learning, and Jonathan twerking. All right, enjoy the time lapse. Well, I didn't want to bore you guys with, 45 minutes of time lapse. So we pretty much today have reassembled the whole motor. We got the transmission mounted, everything mounted, and we got it back in the car. I'll go ahead and like turn the camera around and kind of show you guys where we're at. Okay, so as you can see, motor is in the car. We started hooking everything back up, like the oil lines are all hooked back up. The coolant lines are hooked back up to the heater core. Obviously the radiator's not in here yet, so that's not done. I don't have the intake or the exhaust manifold. The exhaust manifold is still at the shop, so I'm waiting for that, like I said earlier in the video. Belts are all on. So pretty much right now, you know, it's pretty much just putting stuff on. As you can see, the front clip is like still not on at all. So pretty much I'm just working on sealing up the coil packs, and then I'll probably end up doing the intake manifold tomorrow, just because it has a lot of wiring that goes along with that, as well as, you know, starting the intercooler piping. I'll probably go ahead and get the intercooler mounted. So I'm probably going to end the video for today. I'm gonna hold on one sec. So this will be the end of the video for today, and I'll probably come back tomorrow with, or maybe Monday, today's Saturday, so I'll come back maybe Monday with doing the intake manifold and going through that, as well as just buttoning up. I'm just kind of bringing you guys along for the ride. You know, just kind of also documenting everything that we're doing with the car. It's been a lot of fun. This has been one of the biggest projects I've ever done. So if you're enjoying it so far, remember to leave a like, comment down below what else you want to see. I do have lowering springs for the Stinger, so if you're only on my page for Stinger content, that is coming. So I'm going to get back to sealing this engine up and getting everything safed up for the night, and I'll see you guys later on. Peace. Woo! And we are back for day 2 of working on this for this video. So it's been a couple of days. I wanted to take a break. I wanted to stop looking at this thing for a little bit, as you guys can probably understand. So I have a few things that I want to get done today. So let me turn the camera around and show you where I'm at. So this is how we are looking so far. I don't know how far I was when I ended the last one. I ended up like putting the intercooler and stuff on right at the end of the day. So I don't know if I did capture that. So front end is back together. Everything's set. I put the brake booster mount back in it. That was another extra thing that I just got knocked out. So today I'm going to be putting on the intake manifold. I know I did do a video of mounting and unmounting, I'm pretty sure, when I repaired the coolant leaks, but I'm not exactly sure. I had coolant leaks all down there, which I repaired. So what I'm going to end up doing is putting my new gasket on, mounting the intake manifold, and with that comes pretty much half the wiring with the engine bay. So it gets pretty involved setting all of that in, and then starting to run the actual intercooler piping. I'm probably going to run the intake side today. Hopefully, we'll see how far I get. So that's going to be my goal. Intake manifold, run the piping, get to the intercooler, and this side be completely buttoned up. And then I'll probably also throw the radiator in, because, you know, the more stuff that gets in it, the tighter that's going to be. Now that the engine's back in, that can go in. So that's where I'm at. I don't know if I'm going to do another time lapse. I don't want to bore you guys with time lapses. Unless you guys enjoy it. If you do, leave a comment below and I'll just time lapse your life away. I'm just kidding. So, okay, I'm going to get intake manifold on, and I'll check back in a little bit when I feel like taking a break. So I'll see you guys soon. I'm going to jam out to some music. Well, I forgot how much work that thing was. So this is probably going to be my stopping point for the day. I got the intake manifold on, the wire harness all plugged in, and all of the fueling done. That was a lot of work, and I'm sorry I'm not filming any of this. It's just very hard to film and actually do this when I'm by myself, and I didn't want to, like I said earlier in the video, have, you know, just a half hour of time lapsing. So this is where I'm going to stop for the day. Tomorrow, which will just still be this video, I will continue on the intake, intercooler piping, get the last 2 sensors and the blow-off and everything hooked up, and then we'll probably get the radiator in tomorrow as well, just so all of that is hooked up. And all I'm waiting on now is the exhaust manifold from the shop. So I hope you're enjoying this. I hope, you know, it's kind of showing you guys that even if you haven't done it before, you're plenty capable. So I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Peace. What is up, guys? Welcome back. It's now day 3, the 3rd day of working on the Skyline. I wish it was done, but it is not. So today I'm going to work on putting the intake piping on and putting on the radiator and getting all the coolant lines tied in. So I'm gonna get the camera, turn around, and show you guys what I'm gonna be doing. So this is where we left off yesterday. Everything is installed, sealed up. So we're gonna run the intercooler piping down to the intercooler on the intake side, and then we're gonna get the radiator and the radiator shroud in. That way, all of that's tied into. As you can see, we have the top and the bottom radiator hoses already ready, as well as the whatever sensor that is already ready there. So let me start getting some of the parts, and I'll kind of just show you, you know, the first process, then the radiator and stuff, and then I'll probably also put the bash bar on too. I'm not just looking at it, that's not on either. So I'll be back with you guys in a few. Bam, that's done, and that was easy. So intercooler piping is on for the intake side, and we got the hoses all hooked up as well as the air temp sensor underneath. So that was super easy. Now I'm gonna work on getting the radiator and radiator shroud in. It's kind of a pain in the butt because obviously there's not a lot of room here. So I'm going to put the shroud in first and tuck it back over the fan, and then tuck the radiator in and get the hoses and everything hooked up. So I'll be right back with that and show you guys how it looks finished. Bam, radiator's in, hoses are all hooked up, radiator shroud's on, and clearance on the fan, so we're all good. Even got the sensor plugged in. And then while I was doing that, I noticed something really fun. See if I can get it to focus. Bam, a mystery ground. So I'm gonna spend a little bit of time chasing where that thing seems to go, but I have no idea where. I'm gonna see what it's connected to. If it's connected to engine, I'll just connect it to body, and if it's connected to body, I'll just connect it somewhere in the engine. I'll trace it. But other than that, the clutch slave is still dangling. I'm gonna hook that onto the transmission. I got the transmission fluid in the mail, and then once the exhaust manifold gets here, we'll tie everything else back together. But as of right now, pretty much as far as I can go. So that means, hold on one sec. That means that I'm probably gonna end the video right here. It's been pretty fun. I tried to show you guys as much as I can without showing too much boring stuff or too much time lapse, but just kind of, like I said, the step by step. So I'm gonna button up the last few things, get inside and edit this video, and hopefully by this weekend, I'll have the video of this thing starting up. I'm crossing my fingers. So thanks for watching. If you enjoy this kind of content or you wanna see more in-depth stuff, let me know. Let me know if you wanna see less in-depth stuff. And again, I got lowering springs for the Stinger sitting in the living room. So the second I'm done with this project, that's next. So awesome, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.